Okay, it's recording. Alright, y'all. I'm back with y'all. I'm back with y'all. Shit. Monthly reading. I think I was gonna do the weekly, but I didn't feel like it. Did I do it last week? I don't know if I did or not. But I said I was gonna do the monthlies if I feel like coming doing the weekly or whatever the case might be. But yeah. Because I was like, why do that? We would just do the whole monthly reading aspect or whatever. And if I do want to come back in between, I can without having that necessarily though, because the month is just the fillers. Like when I do the weeklies or whatever, maybe it just be just the fillers of things that you be going through during the week. Like people who just have said challenges, like like the cancer season, we be dealing with a whole lot of family issues, relationships issues. Who do what, how we do this, like the love, the expectations of certain things that we want. So I was kind of like, I was like, yeah, that took like a lot. So I was like, we can just come back in a week or whatever the case may be and break that down. So all this is for the month of September. Energy necessarily a certain thing. So I was like, yeah, I don't feel like doing the weekly $10 I don't. Whatever the case may be. We got a blog post I gotta run or whatever the case may be. So I'm pudding. So yeah, this is gonna be my last show. Use a right away, and I think we might use Tattoo Tarot. I don't know, or the Muse. It depends on whichever one I did. Let's into it, but let's get into it. Let me cut this and see what's going on. Month of September. Justice. God damn, we got justice in reverse. We got justice in reverse, and the reason why I said God damn because I was like a lot of people this is what the number 9 mean. Like you can go Google it or whatever the case may be. That's like complacency, that's staying stuck in situation. I tell you that's the karma. You can go check out my blog post at fuckinganxiety.com. You can go check it out. Let's see what 2 cards will have. 2 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. You can go check that out ideally. And then there's this post on there called The Humbling, and it speaks of the number 9 because I was looking at the Virgo card I told y'all in a good tarot deck. And in the deck, they had the Virgo card with a vault or whatever the case may be. They had a vault, and I was like, I told y'all because I like the numbers aspect or whatever. So the Virgo month is number 9, and this is Virgo season. So the card I did for that, I'm gonna show y'all. This for that season or whatever the case may be, that a lot of people sometimes just get a little bit comfortable, whatever the case may be, rolling around. And then some people want to work and may stop and start seeing just the fruits of certain labors. All right, okay. Overall mood, you hear me say first. Overall mood is the Queen of Wands. So that's the energy. So we're doing things about it. We're taking said actions. I just like it. It feels good. Like the energy that I woke up in the morning. You got 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Some of y'all, this could be in the aspect of, it could be the work, environment, learning, or set healing, the aspect of unity, and overall of accomplishing all the elements of whatever the case is. Because I like it though, no matter what tarot you get, the Pentacles are always going to be last. And I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is the mastery of all of everything. I really do. I like that though. Some of y'all, because you got the moon here. Let me keep going. You got the moon and you got the high priestess though. So it could be you hear me say worries, fears, anxieties. Worries, fears, anxieties, secrets, accomplishments, divinity, understanding, wholeness, all those things. Let's see. Because you got 10 of Wands, you got the Fool and the 7 of Wands. For some of y'all, like I said, this could be job, work, careers aspect of. Because I was talking about my dream aspect where I said that it seems like somebody travels a lot and they need to get a lot of rest because you don't want to be in a position to where like you're driving or saying so even if you're not narcoleptic and you fall asleep behind the wheel or just doing too much or your mind not necessarily focused to where you end up shortchanging you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a parent. It could just be shortchanging you because you got 10 of Wands, the Fool, and the 7 of Wands. Though for some of y'all, though, this could be burdened by family and work. I did say that those 7 of Wands feeling like, because you know how you have those jobs that feel like they can call you, ask you to do certain things or whatever the case may be because you're a loyal worker instead of like finding somebody else because they know they can count on you. For some of y'all, it's establishing those set of boundaries. For family, it's just discovering and drawing the line between what you allow and what you accept. Because I tell you, 7 of Wands is all about people harassing you, people who feel like they can just, oh, I'm gonna do this because so and so got it. And I like it because the Fool and the 10 of Wands is reversed. So some of y'all could be coming in through awareness though, and some of y'all could be certain blockages. Okay. First card out for the month, we got the 2 of Wands. I like that though, but you got 8 of Cups and the 5 of Swords, but you got the 4 of Pentacles. Some of y'all could be making a decision necessarily because it goes back to the work dynamic, the home, the building, the connection, ideally with people. Because for me, when I see the 7 and the 10 of Pentacles, I really feel like this is not the environment, longevity, the last thing that you really think you have though. Because look at that 10. Because if we take away 7 minus 10, that's the 3. We take away from there, you still got 7. So some of y'all could be trying to regroup, readjust certain things in your life. Because the 2 of Wands and the 8 of Cups gives me like, it could be family members, it could be arguments or competitiveness for certain jobs, certain things, certain positions. They're trying to put you to. Because if it's a job and you're trying to get it, and you're in the night and you necessarily know that this could give you the more King of Swords type energy to necessarily learn. For some of y'all though, it looks like it's a competitive type market. Let me say this with the 4 of Pentacles. For some of y'all though, this could be family arguments though, because I did get this in a Cancerian reading about somebody passing and it was arguing about just finances, employees. I've been getting it a lot. You hear me say for it as a separation because we did get Jesus. The separation of finance and assets. For I did get a lot of career things too with the 2 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. And the home dynamic, because like I said, the COVID exposed how a lot of us necessarily don't work together. So this is the 4 of Pentacles though, because some of y'all may be releasing and letting go of old relationships, connections. Like as we grow, and I always tell people as I ascend, no matter how much work I do, I cannot kill off all my old scorpionic tactics. I cannot. So a lot of people, when we get on this healing type path or working, you can. That doesn't mean that just because you can't take some of the old with the new. Some of y'all just try to take all the old with the new. Okay, you got Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the 4 of Wands, and the King of Wands. That's why I said if y'all going for some sort of, if y'all going for some type of job opportunity, ideally though, it gives me though like 2 people necessarily that is it's like it's a competitive type thing. You hear me saying that somebody may have to oversell themselves a lot. Like even though you may be in the night where you may be very communicative or whatever the case may be, or like a study type person, informational, whatever the case may be, it looks like it's something where you're gonna have to actually apply the action. For some of y'all though, this could be the family dynamic because I told you it gives me like the argument of being in the home front and necessarily doing something about it because you do got the king in the night, so it is a child. This could be a custody type battle ideally going on, or separation type causes though, walking away or trying to make a decision to finally put it into something that's been going on though. Ideally, if it's like a custody battle, relationship, marriage aspects of home, it just looks like some of y'all trying hard to get on the same page and trying to figure out what it is you could do. Ideally, okay. Next card, you got King of Swords, you got the Star, 3 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Girl, let me tell y'all this. I'm trying to be like said nice or whatever the case may be, but lately I've been like annoyed. Like, and the only reason why I've been annoyed though, because I can't tell somebody how to heal, but you can't say you want to heal and still just constantly stay stagnant in a said place. Because for me, with this 8 of Cups and this 4 of Wands and this King of Queen of Wands on the opposite, but you got the King of Swords in the middle. For me, that's like you hear me say if it has something to do with the child, with the Knight aspected, somebody is still holding on to the aspect of a failed relationship. Because the 3 of Wands speaks of somebody keep in the Ace of Swords. So you hear me say this is a conversation. For some of y'all, this is the old dynamic of a commitment, a partnership, a style, like what didn't work, how it failed, the attention you didn't give them. Like it just keeps going back to the past and it's not moving forward. So that's why I said it's kind of like it's maybe time for a healthy medium. And I see why legal situations are being dodge this type of moment though, because it's kind of like two adults that keep talking because the king is looking this way, focusing on, like said the drama or needing to compete, and the queen is looking this way necessarily though. So it's just more like, I don't care. So that's why it's just weird though. For this month of September, let's see what else comes out though. The week of energies. You got Ace of Pentacles though, Scorpionic energy, and the Nine of Pentacles. Lord have mercy. Whew. Okay. You got Ace of Pentacles and the Scorpionic energy, but you got first. Some of y'all could be enabling family dynamics, though. You got Nine of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles, though. Some of y'all could be kickstarter. I will say that, though, with the Ten of Wands. I don't know who this is, though, in the Fool reverse. Some of y'all are trying not to engage, though. I will say that, though. It's kind of like this is emotional bait with the Eight of Cups. Some of y'all walking away from certain conflict, or you choosing to walk away from certain things, like letting go. It could be like, say for instance, if it was like, say a job opportunity said so, and you happen to get a little bit vicious, and you know it's not in your character. Some of y'all kind of like, okay, I'm done. I'm walking away. I have nothing to do with this because this is not going to work for me though. Some of y'all are or some of y'all are taking an active hand and say, I don't want to participate in this, or whatever the case may be. No matter how much money it is, because the Nine of Pentacles that's here, that speaks of greed, opportunity. Some of y'all could already be financially stable or said so, in a position to be well taken care of. Some of y'all are just like, I don't want to participate in this. For me, the baby mama, baby daddy dynamic, separation clauses that's going on, a lot of y'all just keep going about the same thing. And for me, if it's family, it's kind of like somebody keeps adding fuel to the fire with the Ace of Pentacles being reversed. And it's like a consciousness to say, I'm not going to take away from me to give to somebody else. That's what it kind of gives me though, because it's Ten of Wands and the Fool. Some of y'all are saying like, for some of y'all contemplating the legal custody type battle relationship aspect though. It just feels like, as I told you, this whole last month, it's been a whole lot of third party relationships. And I'm not even talking about cheating, because you got the Knight of Cups up under there. It me to where like a lot of people just been in people business that they don't need to be. You got the Five of Cups reverse. It's like third party entities where you hear me say it could be a family member who's entitled to the relationships and feel like they can say whatever they want to say. And it's kind of like, could you back up? If you didn't ask them for their help, they always have some said input because they don't know timing when to say something though, because you got Nine of Wands and the Five of Swords. Like somebody thrives off conflict, dysfunction, and it's just getting on. It's like that's been getting on my nerves like this whole month. And I don't got patience for stuff like that because naturally what people fail to recognize, they're trying to communicate what's going on and they don't know how. So some people just be in that feisty, argumentative type state instead of just communicating, I have a problem. Look at this third cup, six cups, seven of cups. That's what I said. Three of cups, six of cups, seven of cups. All right, okay. But a lot of people don't know how to communicate that. You got Nine of Cups, you got the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Though for me, the Nine of Cups and the Five of Wands, that could be one of y'all like constantly giving in to a temptation, because the Five of Wands, I mean, because the Nine of Wands is like being vulnerable. So somebody utilize something against you to be able to say, okay, well, I guess I'll go ahead and do it, because you have the Five of Swords with the Three of Cups. So it's like the celebratory acts of chaos and dysfunction. This could be the I told you this to hurt people. Well, no, I didn't say that. That's somebody else. Hurt people, whatever the case may be. Celebrating this, celebratory acts of hurting people, condescending, playing on people's vulnerabilities. I've been getting that a whole lot because you got the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So some of y'all are recognizing your own hand in situations of how you enabled people to treat you as such. For some of y'all, it's relationships and establishment, like y'all revisiting and trying to regroup because of the said support that is needed in this moment. Because this baby daddy, baby mama drama has been going on so long, coming across my reading, and the people that y'all are putting in y'all business, it's kind of like y'all haven't been getting where you need to get, because these people are coming from, girl, he owed you. He should have did this. What hell now? She gotta do this because the other mamas, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like those people, they're not rational. They're not in the Queen of Swords energy. So it's more like people who are emotionally biased, and this person is here and this person is here. And it's kind of like this past, like somebody doesn't want to let go of the past. But some of y'all trying to learn how to take y'all cup away and say, I'm done. Like I'm saying, I'm done. Some of y'all trying to take y'all cup away. in certain situations. So I will say that though. Strength in the Queen of Cups reverse. That's that. When I see this though, this is everybody wants to be a chief, but nobody wants to be like everybody wants to be a chief, but nobody wants to be an Indian, and that calls for the space of preparation. If it's leadership skills or ideally over the family, the hurdle, the person, like you hear me say, understanding. Sometimes you gotta recognize that certain people can't give you what you need, and that is okay. Because like I notice when a lot of family drama necessarily comes up, a lot of people get mad at family because they don't support them the way they do because they don't know how. And sometimes family said such can cause so many issues, like you hear me say, from an egotistical type space. Sometimes when I tell a lot of masculines they have hurt it, they have cheated on their baby mamas, and they're not that person, a great apology can go a long way. Like she doesn't necessarily have to accept it. Or whoever hurt who was in a relationship, honesty can go a long way. Even if they're not willing to accept it, it can put the relationship in a better dynamic. So when they get to the space and somebody comes to when somebody get ready to call them and they say, enough, I'm sick of this shit. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm sick of how y'all going through this. I don't want to hear this. And then you be like, well, he did do this and he has changed or she has changed or this person, da 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 da. Whoever it is in the family dynamic, but that's what it is. It's like it's needing to stop. But I say that though because a lot of feminines necessarily want to talk how to be maternal. It's like kids, page of cups, internal beliefs, feminines. For some necessarily when I go back to this, because we got nine of cups, the world reverse, the emperor, and the nine of swords though. Some of y'all ain't losing no sleep behind that though. For some of y'all, it's turning y'all into the emperor because a lot of feminists can be so codependent on the masculine to the point where you hear me say where you see single moms get it out the mud or whatever maybe and they be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and do this." Some of y'all just turning you into the masculine support that you need. And I'm not talking about it for the dude, but it's necessarily teaching you how to be supportive to where you're creating the village that raises a child. I will say that though, but I'm telling y'all, one of y'all keep talking to somebody that's a part of your pack that inflames the egotistical, and a lot of moms necessarily or fathers or whoever keeps the child don't know how to say, "Hey, I'm going through a rough time right now. Can you get so and so this?" And they don't know how to communicate. So it always goes back to the cheating. What you didn't do, I did this. Da, 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 da. You get what I'm saying? And it's like every time we try to step into a space of happiness or even choose a relationship, a job, or this, it's kind of like this motherfucker always got something to say. You just like, bitch, shut up. Whew. Sorry, y'all. I ain't got no patience. I ain't got no patience for it, though. I don't. I really don't. Temperance come out reverse. You got the sun, the six of cups, and the two of cups. But for real, though, I think this because a lot of masculines and feminists that I noticed that has been coming about. A lot of this shit came about because a lot of y'all opted out of the relationship. Like some of y'all, because I noticed a lot of y'all, because you got Temperance Tower and Page of Swords. A lot of y'all necessarily, if it was marriage style and y'all going through like legal type battles, the problem was because some of y'all were still sexually intertwined with your baby mama, baby daddy. So when you decided to cut that off and move forward and get into a new relationship, that causes the problems to where somebody feel like they can emotionally blackmail a person over and over and over again, especially when it comes to the giving. Because a lot of masculines, and I say this especially 80 plus back, they were raised necessarily to where you got to wine and dine a female to give them what they want. So because you're the mother of his child or you're the masculine and she knows she can come in and use her succubus energy to get what she wants, that's been a said so. So now when somebody decides to get in a relationship, this is where it causes problems to where when somebody's saying, "Hey, I'm trying to get in a commitment," and they start losing patience with somebody though, because it's kind of like they trying to be the master, and you gotta pay them to shut them the fuck up. That's what I say. It feels like blackmail. It really does though, because you got justice in the page of swords. It really feels like fucking blackmail. I tell you that. You got judgment though. Some of y'all, though, I said some of y'all ideally though going to have to get a third party because this shit been going on longer than a month. It's really 2 months since it's been coming on. Because it's not the judgment of putting the court in your business, ideally though, but it's more of because it's not going nowhere between two people. Y'all don't have a healthy advantage point between each other. So that's why I said, especially if it's like family, ideally though, this is support. But some of y'all are revisiting said such, trying to regroup, go over, reanalyze, and be like, well, I don't have this, I don't do this, da 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 da, all these different types of things. Because y'all got Page of Wands, Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Some of y'all recognize that the same shit just don't work no more. That don't work no more. Like necessarily though. Somebody who doesn't want to learn, who doesn't understand, who it's childlike, it's immaturity, especially with this problematic Seven of Wands, though. Some of those clear boundaries. And with these Seven of Pentacles and this Five of Pentacles, it's kind of like somebody that causes chaos because the Five of Pentacles goes through like, it's humiliating, but at the same time, it's hurtful experiences, though. Because with the Five, though, it could be past relationships. I tell you, it's kind of like somebody that doesn't want to let go of the past. Like, if a masculine or a feminine was to say change, if it's like a parent or a parental type figure, if they was trying to change, they can't change, even if it's a child, because it's Page of Cups, this problematic ass type behavior that keeps going on and on and on because somebody feels like they have the right. And I tell you, it just feels like emotional blackmail at its finest, though. It really does. And cutting them off and going into hermit type mode, not addressing, not speaking shit, isolating yourself from them, it's not fixing the situation. I will say that though, it's not. It just gives somebody room. I tell you though, like when people know they do shit to get on your nerves and you don't address it, even if you feel like, why would I say something, or whatever the case may be, and they keep doing the same thing, you gotta say something. Because if you don't say something, when you finally decide to go into hermit mode, if you go into hermit mode reverse, where you just isolating yourself, they gonna constantly do it. But when you say something about it, and that motherfucker know they getting on your nerves, and they start recognizing to where they start talking to their friends, and their friends start saying, well, you not budging and you not giving, they'll see who the real problem is. Really will. I'm telling you though. They'll see who the fucking problem is. You got Queen of Swords though. That's why I said Queen of Swords. That's me cussing the fuck out. But that is though. Some of y'all recognizing though, like these commitment, these styles, these relationships, ideally with people though, because you got the chariot though. Some of this shit is slowing you down in connections and relationships. Like it's not building. I like this though because, like I said, some of y'all have got so stuck in said ways. Shit, just old shit not working for y'all no more. Even in new relationships, the dynamic. So that's where y'all constantly getting hit with challenges from the support system of people that you around because they kind of like, this nigga don't act like that. This bitch don't act like that because it's a difference. It's a newness because some of y'all trying to shake up the old ways y'all used to do shit. And if you get hurt, I ain't saying that. If you get hurt, that's you. You got Capricorn type. This is the devil. That's why I said some of y'all are dead ass. Recognizing like the stronghold that somebody has on you, the trauma bonding, the tetheredness, like i.e. just the darkness, the hold that somebody has on you. Ideally though, because I like that though, some of y'all trying to shake up and move on. Some of y'all necessarily in the Capricorn type energy, I feel like you're trying to take your power back over time and slowly recognizing that it's like you're not getting it though. Because you got 4 cups. This feeling like some of y'all, the emotional type aspect or whatever the case may be, whether it's commitment style or relationship, though, I feel like this was something that a partner went through. And because you got Capricorn, you got Cancer and Capricorn energy, some of y'all, if you are necessarily, some of y'all are operating your sister sign, just like a Cancer, you going through this, you trying to take control. You're trying to take control. If it's a Capricorn idea, then you're trying to step into position and trying to understand. You're not operating in the fully chariot energy of being maternal aspect, taking on the emotional understanding, trying to see what it is like from another person point of view. That's where some of y'all feel like y'all missed out on a said connection or understanding. Like, how could you refix something or do something again? I will say that though. 2 of Swords. I like it though. Truth is out. Stagnancy is over. That's why I said for some of y'all, this may not be going on, but this is an issue that may come to a head. It may come to a head after a while. You got Wheel of Fortune now. That's why I said we trying to wrap up these karma cycles, baby. We is because here's the thing though, when a lot of people just be looking for me to do readings or necessarily when a lot of people be looking for me to do readings or whatever, you got the hangman on the bottom of the deck. I like that though, that's tying up loose ends. For a lot of y'all, when y'all know when y'all go through certain situations, y'all done already been here before. That's why the Seven of Pentacles, where you recognize that certain things you just don't flourish in certain environments. The old shit don't work. Old techniques don't. So you're starting to recognize that I've already been here. Some of y'all have what you need. Who video that I put that I said you got what you need to finish this shit. But some of y'all though, ideally though, it's the chaos that's around y'all. It keeps y'all in this sad fucking confusion to where like over time I had to learn what was true support. King of Pentacles. That's why I say King of Pentacles. Some of y'all have to learn what is said support. Dead ass though, because some people can be true riders for you, and sometimes you have to tell them like this what I'm doing and show them a different side of you, so they can be able to understand to help you transition to deal with things differently. It is. Some of y'all necessarily just get mad and hear somebody that's like rational or understanding, like me or another third party that comes in and say this is this, and it pushes y'all away. Y'all don't understand it. Y'all go back to the chaos, only to get mad when what somebody like me or another person said that was truthful, and demonize those people in your life because you didn't know how to open up to them. And even if you did open up to them, they didn't, because you can make the conscious decision to let these people go because they didn't understand and they thrive off chaos. Shit don't want to come out. Woo! I like this though. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I like this though. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right. On the bottom of the deck, we got 10 of Pentacles. I pulled it out. You got I thought you had the King of Pentacles though. I thought you King of Queen of Pentacles. This is mastery of all of everything in the deck. That is logic, that is understanding, that is who you are, that is a person that is there, like putting you in a position, because a lot of masculine and feminists are actually learning like what it is to be supportive of their damn self before they rely on certain people. And if so, you may have people in your life that kind of healthy challenge you to be more supportive of yourself. The reason why I said after this King of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, you got the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Some of y'all are trying to move on fast from certain situations, or divine trying to get you to wrap it up, because some of y'all may not be learning as fast. So it's kind of like, okay, this, come on, come on. Because I know I could be very impatient. Like, this, boom, bam, get it done. And I explained it so thorough. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like this. Because some of y'all been constantly praying or asking for certain things, understanding the divine, like, here you go. Bam. Like, especially though, like, this is the problem though, because a lot of masculines though, especially when they dealing with heartbreak, they be like the Queen of Cups reverse and operating in the King of Cups, operating the King of Cups. So they hold on to that old heartbreak when somebody did to them for years and years ago and make you be accountable for some shit that you didn't do. And it's like, nigga, I don't have nothing to do with this. Low key on the inside, be depressed, be going through certain shit, don't know how to communicate, be bitter, raunchy. You get what I'm saying? All the shit that necessarily look for women to do. They do this within themselves, and they take the thing to a point where they finally understand that, damn, this is me. This is how I love myself. It comes into connections and relationships, self-reflective, being able to look through the projection type state when it comes to the baby mama, baby daddy relationship, or just you and family, or said such. But on the bottom of the deck, though, you got the hangman, which is letting shit go, but you still got the Piscean energy, though. Some of y'all have some fears, some worries, anxieties about letting certain things go, because if the more you hold on to it, you got the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. The people who just watch it, this is the Three of Pentacles. This is the same damn thing. Some of y'all are at a space to where you're holding on to too much and it's hurting you. It's hurting you and hurting interest. Because some of y'all are understanding that certain things in your life doesn't give, but it's making you lose out on certain things. And you got last here, you got the Page of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Ten. For some of y'all, though, I will say this before I get the other deck out, though. For some of y'all, with this Page of Pentacles and the Magician and the Ten, some of y'all wasn't ideally taught what family was, or necessarily know. This is the Scrabble, the oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, like that type of energy, or whatever the case may be when it comes to ideally of support. Some of y'all trying to let this go, but you don't know how. This is the illusion that you have necessarily made with relationships, though. Some of y'all coming through a realization about it, though. That said relationships that you made with others, you really didn't. So, because the Page of Pentacles learned, some of y'all may be in environments where you hear me say shift jobs, careers, and understanding where the hair fund did come out one time. So that's why I said something. Ooh, this got something to do with learning said lessons. A lot of y'all may be trying to study or get certain things ready. So let's see what deck we're gonna use. What else comes out now? My positive affirmation cards over there. Let me see. In a minute. All right, tattoo tarot it is. I seen it on tattoo. Yeah, though, that's why I said you got 7 of Wands over. Because usually, let me tell y'all, when I switch to another deck, the first deck I put out, that's usually the situation that's going on. When I switch to another deck, that's like the ideal position of like you could get to it, the outcome of what it could be, but still like set challenges for people who try to wrap up certain things so fast. Who be trying to get over situations like real quick. Okay, all right, all right, all right. You get what I'm saying? Because I do have people who like, okay, all right, I got you. Like, no, you don't. Like, you'll be back. Oh no. I'll be like, you'll be back. 3 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. I'll be like, you'll be back. We fucking with. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost through. King of Wands up, right? I like that. King and Queen of Wands is ready to do some shit. So that could be you. But I said the only thing that was reversed was communication skills. I like this though, independently making decisions, not the bullshit. Because the double energy of right is those people who feed out um, fears, intoxication, being blindsided by a lot of things. Um, so worried about what people say, what they do, the support system that you necessarily think they have, that it puts you more into the state of where you could do damaging things to yourself or others and don't even care. Now, let me get all these shit back. I be having, how many calls have you having now? It's 333. What's 4 times 3? It's 12. Overall mood, you got the 4 of Wands though. Mm, not 12. I put it. What's 4 times 3? 4 times 3 is 12. Yeah, 13. I do a 13 card spread. Pick up after that, then I shuffle from there. You got like mini triangles. But now you got 4 Wands or whatever the case may be. Overall mood, 4 Wands before I grab the bottom of the deck. I like this 4 Wands though, because necessarily though, like you hear me say, you had the 4 of Pentacles releasing. The 4 of Wands sometimes suggests that one person is doing all the goddamn work. Like when you hear me say the chief, everybody want to be chief or want to be Indians. You can't have everybody wanting to be a fucking leader and they don't even know what's the intentions of certain things. So it's kind of like, say, for instance, if you had some type of project or group something or whatever the case may be, and everybody wants to say, I want to do this, I want to do this, but you haven't even got out the fucking blueprint. It's the shit that a lot of people do, like in families, relationships, connections, business partners. Like a lot of people do this and be like, damn, what the fuck is going on? Like, why? I don't understand. Because on the bottom of the deck, there we go. You got back to the 2 of Wands. No, you got, I'm picking up some more. You got, wait a minute. You got Queen of Cups reverse, 3 of Swords, Some of y'all are trying to make the decision to be able to let go of this old said hurt. It is like to be emotionally fulfilled because you got Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Some of y'all are trying to make a decision to be able to let go, to be able to honestly move forward. Some of y'all are mentally stuck in a space of unhappiness. Like it's clear though. You hear me say y'all learn, y'all know, y'all studying, y'all putting in work before you're learning. That's the Seven of Cups. That's honesty. That's clarity. That's clarity about certain situations. Page of Cups though is some of y'all are not happy in the situation and you don't want to communicate it, so you stay stagnant or stuck in those said cycles. So you could say things that hide the true intentions of how you mainly feel. So that's why I say I like it though. Like not being able. So some of y'all cons have to go backwards and backwards and backwards and backwards, and it's just like damn, you keep going backwards because if I was in the Five of Wands to where I couldn't speak, if it was like a such family or a big family to where y'all talk about issues, y'all ain't gonna never get nowhere. It's gonna be like, so, I'm like, they're not saying like that. Like healing would never come, but it's kind of like communicating this and this and that. It's not gonna work. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody got different perspectives. So it's like, what's the main goal? What are we trying to fix here? Because even though you're trying to heal or whatever it is, that doesn't mean that everybody want to do that shit. You got Five of Swords reversed, the Emperor and the Justice, and the Two of Pentacles reversed. Ew, look at those two sister signs. Didn't I say that though? I said people may be operating in sister signs. So say for instance you're Aries, you're trying to operate in a Libra energy. Or if you are Libra, you're operating in your Aries energy. And that is being like the emotional, intolerable, volatile, moody, don't care, rigid, stuck in your old ways. Saying like some of y'all keep trying to fluctuate back and forth. Like this could be between being a medium because the Five of Swords does speak of reverse. Like at a standstill. For me, it's waving the white flag. For some of y'all, y'all could just be doing overkill because this is could be. I tell you, it's a rose, a beautiful rose. How the hell you beautifully stick a sword through the rose? Mm. And the Two of Pentacles though. So some of y'all could be fluctuating back and forth and trying to figure out like create something though, like necessarily though, like some fair techniques because people fail to recognize that fair ain't always gonna fall in everybody's favor. It's not. You got the Sun reverse. You got Ten of Swords reverse, but you got the Queen of Swords reverse. And I told y'all in this deck she could be cruel, malicious, catty, and they labeled her as villain in this deck, especially when it comes to words. She pull her sword out, don't even let you say what you gotta say, because the Ten of Sword is that last sword where when it comes to something, they ain't gonna let it go. They're like a dog with a bone, because you got the moon. Like this is the unhappiness, what's done in the dark coming to light. Some of y'all don't want to let the light in because some of y'all operate. It's kind of like two dogs howling at the moon. And y'all ain't even paying attention. Don't look at the crab for to come up and like snap the shit out of one of them. Could get both of them though, because they connected though. Constantly arguing. This is sun and light, darkness, and this is darkness and light. What a lot of people be opposed to though. Some of them could be going back and forth though, arguing about something though, like dead ass, and it seems like it's not getting nowhere though. But I see this coming through a standstill because one of y'all may be recognized like this shit ain't working. You get what I'm saying? Because first card out, you got Ace of Swords, you got Ace of Swords, Five of Wands reverse, and the Eight of Cups. Yes. Whew. I told y'all this give me like a block, and you got Two of Swords. Going back to that figuring out what is fair. And that's that Libra energy too, where people say, oh, they're so decisive, indecisive, they can't make up their mind. And that's where the Emperor is there reverse, because one of y'all could be taking a situation that could be nipped in the bud though. But the Emperor is so rigid and so closed off and stuck in their ways that they would stay in a situation and say, no, I think this is fair. And not knowing that it's prolonging out the past. So it doesn't have to be a Libra or Aries going through this. I'm just saying that. It could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Libra, Aries, and Pisces that's out on the board. So it don't have to be either one of them, right? You could just be stuck in the mind frame of the old, trying to visit both sides, but recognizing that y'all ain't getting nowhere that you need to go. My hands itching. Let's see. Woo! Ooh, what the fuck? You got Ten of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Some of y'all though, this I said this has something to do with family. When it comes to the family dynamic, Ten of Cups, this does speak about emotional abuse, not being able to say no to family, or just in a state of to where family like takes from you, like to where you're not fulfilling the King of Pentacles though. King of Pentacles is not feeling fulfilled and whole in an environment, so it could be you like recognizing that needing to step out and do your own. And the King of Pentacles is unsure of where they're stand because you got the Four of Cups again. Ooh, wee. Oh, this is a relationship and a marriage. It's getting real ugly. Let me tell you that though. I don't even think it's coming about like necessary for people who may be going through a divorce or just unfairness or like the baby mama family dynamic. It looks like though somebody feels like somebody heals somebody back. Or a commitment style or family dynamic or happiness relationship. I'm telling you, somebody feels like somebody heals somebody back because the Ten of Cups is not being able to say no. The King of Cups is constantly giving, 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 and not knowing where to stand. And the Four of Cups speaks of like the pain and the soaking that a person has, like over time to the point where they're helping everybody else out, that they actually didn't help their damn self. They didn't though. Because you got six of the. I told y'all, go look at the aspect of the negative six. Like, go look at that though. Now, that's a positive six because two negatives makes a positive. So that's what I said six, regrouping threes, moving forward. That's assistance and understanding though. All right, y'all. So we can wrap these up. You got Six of Wands, Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. That's a different way where you flip it though. Ooh. I told y'all that. Go check out my Cancer reading. Because I said this in a Cancer reading though. I said that though. Like, it's not ideally for signs. Sometimes, like, I recognize when you start coming to certain messages as I start to understand the zodiac. I'm starting to recognize that, like, if I start to deep dive and study the zodiac and, like, the tarot cards and all these different types of stuff, some of them readings just come out for when they hit in the month. They really do. Because that was, like, the ideal of family. The Six of Wands and this Page of Cups and Seven of Cups, it kind of feels like somebody here when it comes to the whole family aspect, because I forgot the food, do the food film. As I said in a cancer type reading, where we didn't learn about family or the attention type basis that one person got because they made more money or ideally though, this is the issue that's going on in the family, and I think it's in the black family drama, to where like you see families going through it because one person made more money. Of having to do this for family. This, and it created this resentment. So over time, to where they created this family over everything rhetoric, to where when they got time to choose them, they didn't know how to choose them. Four of Wands, to where you're deciding not to communicate, or you recognizing that you had to do all this only to recognize you didn't have to do shit. Is what you thought you were supposed to do. And the same way that those people or situations or family or friends, relationships don't mirror you, like you feel like they don't mirror you, but they do. It's the same understanding that the same way you had disdain for the same thing, they hated it too. And that's the equilibrium. That's where it seems like everybody is so emotionally abusive. They don't care. Because I tell you, this 10 is just split perfectly down the middle. So some of y'all ain't recognizing that though, like the same hate that you have. Like that's the argument that's going on for so long. So that's why I said this is a change that can come about. Honesty and awareness though, because you got two of them. To the relationships, partnerships, marriages, commitment, style, friends, somebody who see you, who get you. Look at that though. You got the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords. Mm, I said that though. Knight of Wands and the King of Swords. I told you it's got something to do with said set divorce or separation. Though this both of y'all, competing, arrogantly jealous. This is the baby mama, ideally though. Baby mama, baby daddy, mama, cousin, sister, brother. Y'all in the family. Y'all jealous of each other and don't even know it or arrogantly. And you like, girl, I ain't jealous of him. Well, why is here? Why the Queen of Swords can't let shit go? Why the King of Swords can't let shit go? Why y'all fighting against each other, whatever the case may be? Dead ass though. Cause I'm telling you, like that shit used to piss me off though. Like that is like I'm gonna be with him for life. That's my family. We family. No, the fuck you not. Y'all just share a kid together. You want to be fucking technical, or whatever the case may be. Because people fail to recognize that though. Like, hear me out before y'all get mad. Y'all just share a kid together. We just being fucking technical. You really not family. Because family is people who have each other and be supportive. This idea of this king and queen of swords is fighting mad because you ain't broke no more. You ain't this. You ain't getting the kids. You in a relationship, she in a relationship, going through shit. It ain't fucking family. Like I don't. That's why I said I don't get it. My mind don't know how to process it. Like where certain people don't know how to understand empathy, my mind don't know how to understand stuff like this. Sometimes I feel like it's illogical. Like it is. I be like, what? Like, and I know it can come out very apathetic sometimes. So that's why I be trying to keep my mouth closed. That nine of wands. Because it'll seem like I don't care, but I'm like, that's out of my mind, but I would care, but I'd be like, I don't get it. And you can keep explaining, but I'm like, I still don't get it. I'd be like, don't explain because I get it, but I don't get it because that's where the emotional biasness comes in. All right, y'all. You got the hangman, the devil, and the nine of swords. That's why I said it's the same argument. Same damn thing. That's repetition. I told y'all, we I could pick up my fucking computer and show y'all though it's reputation versus repetition. A lot of y'all going through said such family dynamic, nine of swords, because if you see your mama and your daddy argue, even if you grew up in a fucking two-parent home, you and your baby mama gonna do this shit. If you get in a relationship or with somebody, you gonna think that shit healthy as fuck. If your daddy was supportive, ideally, or didn't know how to emotionally committed, he didn't make you feel like that. Same shit as well as with others. That's why when they say, oh, a man needs a boy in his life, he does. But if he ain't got no healthy motherfucker in his life, somebody communicate to navigate through life in a better way, then nigga just gonna do the same shit. So you run across somebody that's gonna be like, we ain't taking it. I'm sorry, sweets. I can't do that. And it's gonna feel like it's a humiliating or adjusting period or whatever the case may be, but it's just to teach each other like what is. It's not saying like when people say, "Oh, the masculine." Hell no, nigga. I'm trying to teach you what the fuck teamwork is, because that's what feminine energies is. Feminine energies will sit up here and say, "Oh, that baby hungry," and sit up there and feed everybody. It's feminine energies. Masculine energy is say, "Shit, you better get up off your ass. You got a job. I ain't finna help the motherfuckers the fuck out," and be able to get somebody to support. But when you got two people that constantly go in it and constantly repeating the same thing, ideally, it just creates this dynamic of independent. I'm on my own. Nobody gets me. I'm gonna be by my damn self. And when you get in a relationship and y'all see that you're not able to keep relationships because you keep holding on to trauma and don't know how to effectively build because some of y'all came from emotionally abusive environments. And you may say, oh no, my mama did this. My shut might have cups. And emotionally abusive is like in a space of where you don't know how to speak, how to communicate, said so build your own happiness that's taken away from others. That's Knight of Cups energy. That's emotionally abusive. A lot of y'all don't recognize that. Emotionally abusive is getting it, having sex with people and sleeping frivolously with different people, ideally knowing misleading them and telling them, "Oh, I love you." You know what I'm saying? Like that's emotionally manipulative, knowing that the intent is just to get the cookie or the fuck, or just to be a gold digger, or just to soothe somebody who's emotionally intolerable just to get their fucking money. And that's just Knight of Cups energy. And then look on the Ten of Cups, the dynamic of the family, the hierarchy in the black community. And then you got the Ace of Cups reversed. And then you go to y'all have intolerable fucking family members and y'all come around and get shit from them. But then you don't know how to say, can you teach me? Can you get this? But they don't teach you because they also know where it's the mirroring effect. But they also know that this bullshit goes on because this is what they do to you. So it's an each one teach one program. And that's where like this dynamic of relationships that's projected out in this month of where I keep telling everybody, please don't get too comfortable going into Virgo season and try to push this unwanted perfection onto said such people. And you can't even get it. You get what I'm saying? And that ain't from like a fucked up flaw. It's like shit. Ain't none of us perfect. Yeah. First time you trying to see what the love's card look like. I knew that love was gonna come out reverse. Unaccountable, understanding, ascended, proper knowing, three of wands. Y'all can see me shuffling. She Queen of Cups, stuck. Queen of Wands, the smothering mother, chaotic. Don't have nobody around my kids. And then I get to say this, I get to do this. No, the fuck you don't, sweets. Some of y'all gonna run up on some real women. Some of y'all gonna run up on some real dudes. Wheel of Fortune, the same cycles. Queen of Pentacles, emotionally manipulative, chaotic, sociopathic, saying the things that you need to get. Some of y'all learn that from other people. Empress in that. Yeah, so on that note, y'all, let me see. I want to get y'all a I want to get y'all a damn positive. Is it a deck right here? It's one right here. This one right here though. Let me pick these up though, and I'm gonna get y'all a moonology card. And I'm gonna read it to y'all though, because like I said, that's stuff like that to me. I don't understand. Like I can understand, because you get what I'm saying. 'Cause I can understand. I can totally understand. What I don't understand is when somebody keep talking about the same thing over and over and over again. And it's not coming from a healing aspect. You know when somebody heal because the way they may hurt, they may cry, they may say this, they may get volatile. You may see them to where they go through certain moods, and you kind of like, yeah, they just trying to get it out and just letting them know the support. And you got certain people that go around to be like that victim, that ten of wands, that martyr, like that type bullshit. And it's like you done told everybody in the goddamn party. And like that's where that comes into this sneaky, manipulative, annoying ass energy to where somebody keeps doing it though. That's like a lot of shit y'all find annoying. This I would find high key fucking annoying. I would. I would. I did it too. I would though. This shit I find annoying. Because this shit that could be nipped in the bud. But it's not. But what brings in patience is the empathy though of understanding that we all learn at our own pace. So that's like the only difference. That's it though. Let me get y'all a moon allergy though. And then I'm gonna give y'all one card. I'm gonna read it here. Feel like that. Give y'all one to the situation. Oh, it's time to take action. New moon and Aries. Bam. Let's see what it is. Take time to breathe out. You got have faith in your dreams, and you are very close to achieving your goal. I don't know if I'm gonna read all three of these though. Say it's time to take action. This new moon Aries. All right, the flame is lit. A wonderful new star beacons in your right. This card is a superly positive sign if there's something you want to happen in your life. Take this card as a big yes from the universe. This is a time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, but you are on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for. The high fire of Aries is driving you towards success in whatever endeavor you're asking about. The caution, don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge towards your goal. You will create much better karma for yourself. Tune to the moon. Don't even think about giving up. Do your best and be happy with that. Avoid being brash right now. You need a 12-month plan. A new male is coming into your life. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So the new moon in Aries is the first of the 12 or 13 new moons of the year. If you committed to working with all the lunations, then the new moon in Aries is the right time for you to start. Drawing this card, no matter when you do it, signifies it's an ideal time to start your moon work and setting intentions. That's what I said. It's just tell y'all since June this been going on, and I just been like, what's the ego? Like that's the thing that just been bothering me. I've been like, what's the ego with? Like, what's the ego? Like, what's the ego? Okay, what's the ego? All right, okay. Have faith in your dreams. Don't give up. what you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say, self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, then spend time meditating on a question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests that there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So keep the faith. I'm focused on what I want is the motto. Just because you can't see your dreams doesn't mean they are manifesting. Don't look back. Stay focused on moving forward. Be patient as events are unfolding. Dig a little deeper to find more courage. The waxing moon is the second moon phase of the 8 moon phases. But even if it's not the time of the waxing crescent moon when you pull this card, it still suggests you need to really pursue your dreams. It's the time to put your foot down as hard as you chase your goals. Didn't I just say that with them damn 7 of Wands? They kept going back and forth. You hear me say making the decisions, being wishy-washy, figuring out what the hell it is. So I want to read these cards to you real quick. Or whatever. I got some more over there. I just feel like that. Last one. You are very close to achieving your goal. The word givius meaning means bulging. A descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you are asking about is bulging with possibility and coming through a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a yes or a no answer. Rather you being rather you being reminded that some adjustments may be yet required before you get what you want. So you're certainly on the right track, what is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there's also a sense that the situation is a bit tense. So don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know that there's a fuse attached to the situation. So be careful if you choose to light it. The motto you should say is, I know I'm on the right track. Now is a good time to review your plans, keep the momentum going as you move forward towards your dream. Stay focused. It is a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. The Givius moon comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. She looks like she is bulging because she is almost a full moon. She's nearly fully rounded. It's the culmination of the waxing cycles as such tends to be a rather intense period of the month. No matter when you pull this card, it's just a very right time and a very right situation. Bam! So on that note though, that's everything I had to say for the month of September. That's why I said just don't get too caught up on situations. Because a lot of y'all know y'all done got a little stuck. Because I told y'all we transferred. I'm telling you, this baby mama, baby daddy drama come across my dick since June. The highlight of family issues. We hit Leo season, which is the first beginning of July 22nd. And it seemed like everything was dying off because we started feeling good. Then we rolled into this one, and school is finna get ready to start. For some, school already started at the end of the month, and it seems like now the drama has fucking kicked off, and I'm just like, again, nothing new, nothing changed, same old, same old. But for some of y'all though, y'all don't see the change that you could make. Take the power for change. So that's why I said it's just nothing new, nothing changed, same old, same old. And you could change it. So that's why I said. Other than that, though, I hope this helped y'all out for the month of December. I mean, some of y'all may last until December, but I hope this help y'all out. You hear me say for the month of September though, it get y'all what y'all really need though, so you can get the help, the assistance, y'all can get on the right track because we don't need this in 2021. And I don't know what to tell y'all though. So other than that though, I just wanted to say that's it. And it was a little bit else on. That's it.